Hi, kids. Welcome to Sunday school. How's everybody doing today?
Well, I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm so glad you guys could make it with us today.
Me
Do you
too.
guys remember what we've been learning?
Oh, we learned a whole lot.
We learned a lot this week, huh? These past 2 weeks, we've been talking about Joseph, and Joy is going to explain what we've been learning.
All right, now, tune up y'all ears, because this is my favorite story. We learned about Joseph, his great-grandpa, his Moshe. His name was Abraham. And then he had a son named Isaac, and Isaac had a son named Jacob. And Jacob had 12 sons and one daughter named Dinah. And one of the 12 sons, his name was Joseph. And his dad, he gave him a colorful coat. See, like me, I got a colorful coat, but it's not like Joseph's. Mine's got sunflowers. And anywho, Jacob gave Joseph a colorful coat. And his brothers, they didn't like Joseph. They were jealous. And one day, Joseph went to tell all his brothers that he had a dream. He had a couple of dreams that his brothers were bound down to him. And they didn't like that too much. So what they did, they threw him in a big hole. And they sold him to some people to go to Egypt to be a slave. So they sold him as a slave, and they told their dad, they lied to their dad, lying's bad, kids. They told their dad that a wild animal ate him up, and they put some blood on that coat to make it look like he got eaten, but he didn't. He was really sold as a slave. Anyway, now he went to Egypt. Something happened, and Pharaoh's wife thought Joseph was a bad man, and she got him thrown in jail. And when he went to jail, there was a baker and a butler, and they had dreams. Joseph told them their dreams, and they got let loose. And Joseph told them, now don't forget about me now. When y'all go to Pharaoh, make sure and tell him about me, that I told y'all about y'all dreams. But they forgot about him until Pharaoh had a dream. And his dream troubled him, that made him scared. And Pharaoh looked for someone to tell him all about his dream, but he couldn't find no one. Until finally, the butler, he remembered about Joseph back in jail. He said, Pharaoh, there's a young man out in that jail cell you got out there, and he told me and the baker all about our dreams, and they came true when it happened. So maybe he can tell you all about your dream. So Pharaoh got Joseph, and Joseph came to Pharaoh, and he told him all about his dream. And sure enough, all what Pharaoh dreamed, it all came to pass. And there was a famine. It didn't rain for a long time. And everybody was without food. And while there was food, they stored up all the food that they can in a big giant cell, like a shed or a barn. And they stored up the barn with all kind of food. And let's see now. Oh, yeah. They lost all kind of food because it didn't rain for a long time. And all kind of people from all over came to Joseph and Pharaoh for all kind of food, because they was the only ones with food, because Joseph, he got wisdom from God on what to do about this here drought. Now, Joseph's brothers came. They were hungry. They run out of food. So now, they came and they didn't know who Joseph was because he disguised himself. And then finally, long story short, they came back to Egypt because Joseph pretended like his youngest brother, Benjamin, pretended like he had him in jail, but he didn't. And they came back to get their brother, and they found out that he was their brother, Joseph, that they sold as a slave a long time ago. So now, let's see what happened next. They went back and they got their dad, Jacob, and they told him that Joseph's alive and that he's there running all that food business in Egypt. And Jacob was so happy. And he went back to Egypt with his sons to meet Joseph. And that's just about the story. And they lived in Egypt for a long time. But we'll save that for the next story. That one's good too. Teacher Hillary, you got anything to say? Did I tell the story right?
You did a great job, Joy. You must have been really paying attention.
Oh, I love that story.
Wow.
It learned me all about how to trust. Learned me about to trust God in the good times and in the bad times.
And in the bad times too, huh? Wow.
Yeah. It learned me not to be scared.
We don't got to be scared, huh?
Yep.
But that was some excellent points you made. So, kids, we can see from this story that Joseph was Jacob's favorite son, right? And he went through a lot of stuff. And it tells us that God never left him. And he did. It was all part of God's big special plan for Joseph to be in Egypt and be ruler in that time to make sure that there was enough food. So this was all a part of God's big special plan. And even though Joseph might have been scared when his brothers put him in that pit or sold him as a slave or when he ended up in jail, but the Bible tells us that God was with him. And Joseph had to learn to trust God even in those bad times. And he proved to us, he showed us that God is always there no matter what, and he takes care of his family. And who is God's family? It's me and you. Kids, you guys are a part of God's special family, just like Joseph was. It's so awesome. Joy, did you know that you're a part of God's special family? This is so awesome that we get to be called children of God. Today, kids, we could hold on to that we are a part of his family.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool, huh? So we could see here that Joseph did learn to trust God. And our only job is to trust him because God is the one that's in charge. So our only part is trusting him and believing him. And just by reading the story of Joseph, we learn that God means what he says. And we don't have to be scared because God is with us and takes care of us. So, kids, this is how we learn to trust and believe God, by reading our Bibles. Look how much we learn to trust him just by reading the story of Joseph. We learned to trust him and believe him. We now know how. So, I want to read you kids this verse. It's in Psalms 37:5. Depend on the Lord. Trust in him and he will help you. So by believing God and trusting him helps us just like he helps Joseph. So we can really believe that today, kids, that we're a part of God's family just like Joseph was, and we could trust him. That's our only part. All we have to do is believe God and he does the rest. He's the one that takes care of us every day. And if some of us have a hard time believing him, that's okay. Open your Bibles and read about God and ask him to help us. And he will help us to believe in, kids, because God loves you and he wants the best for us no matter what. So that's all for today. But we're going to learn a brand new story next week. And we're really excited to have you guys on Kids Corner with us. So we love you, kids.
Hey, everyone. So glad y'all can make it here at Kids Corner and sing along with joy. And just like Jacob trusted God to be with him when he went back to Esau to meet his brother, we can trust God too to be with us at all times. Are y'all ready? Stand up and clap your hands. Not be for the Lord on my side, tell me where would I be? Where would I be? Had I not been for the Lord on my side, tell me where would I be? Where would I be? He kept my When you knew I've been battered and torn, so it felt nothing but a love. I'm outside, so tell me where would I be? Where would I be if it had not been for the love on my side? So tell me where would I be? Where would I be? So by now, remember, God is with us all the time. Yeah.
Hi, kids. How are you doing?
Hey, kids.
That was a pretty awesome lesson.
Oh, indeed, it was. Great lesson.
The Ox sisters gave us. What did you think about it, Kevin Ox?
Oh, it was a good lesson.
What do you think about Joseph's robe?
Had a lot of colors on it.
It did. It was called the robe of many colors. Kids, do you know why it was called the robe of many colors? That's right, because it had many colors. What do you think colors was on there, Kevin Ox?
Probably blue, because that's my favorite color.
Blue, maybe red and yellow and green. I don't know. There was many colors. Who knows how many colors there was? But that robe was a special gift that Jacob gave to Joseph because Joseph was Jacob's favorite son.
Oh, boy.
So he gifted him the robe of many colors. And I bet that was probably Joseph's favorite robe.
I actually have a robe. It's a black one.
Let's see it. Oh, it's just black. It's not many colors.
No.
Well, kids, if you're out there in Kevin Ox, we are going to play a game. You guys ready for the game?
What kind of game are we playing today?
We're going to play I Spy.
So what are we doing?
You don't know how to play I Spy?
No.
Well, see, I'm going to spy something with my little eyes. And you have to guess what I'm spying. Watch. I spy with my little eye something orange. Now, guess what it is?
It's definitely that red door.
No, it's not the red door.
Hmm.
Try again.
You spy something orange? Is it the green lizard?
It's not the green lizard. Man, there's a lot of colors on here, just like Joseph's robe.
Is it the orange? Is that an orange?
The orange. It's not the orange. No, it's not.
Then it can only be the tiger.
That's right. I spied the tiger.
Wow,
Right,
I love
Kevin
tiger.
Ox, now it's your turn. You spy something.
Oh, I spy something blue.
Something blue. Is it the gorilla? He kind of looks blue.
No, silly. Gorillas ain't blue.
That gorilla looks blue. Okay,
No,
is it
he's
the
green.
butterfly?
Ah, you got it.
It's the
You know-
butterfly?
You know your colors.
Did you guess that, kids? I knew it was the butterfly because the butterfly is blue.
Good job.
Man, I just think that was a really fun game. It has a lot of colors on it, just like Joseph's robe did.
Can we name all the colors?
Okay, there's orange, green. What do you see, kids? Oh, there's purple.
What color is that? Is that door?
The door is red.
Just like a banana.
Butterfly. What you said?
I said the door's red, just like a banana.
Just like a banana. That's right. Then we have the gray elephant and the gray gorilla. He's like a dark gray. And even a brown bear.
I love brown bears.
It's a lot of colors.
Oh, it's the elephant, like our friend.
Oh, like Ernie and
Yeah.
Ricky.
And Ricky.
And then there's even a gorilla. He's like a monkey, kind of like Mr. Monkey.
That's probably Mr. Monkey's cousin,
It probably is. Wow.
Gary the gorilla.
Gary the gorilla. Wow. Maybe we'll meet him someday.
Maybe so.
Well, kids, we hope you enjoyed the lesson. And Kevin Ox, you know what time it is now?
No, what time is it?
It's time to go to our memory verse. Okay, kids. The memory verse is Psalms 119, verse 105. And it says, Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. That's Psalms 119, 105.
Whoa. You know your memory verse, Nick Ox?
Yes, Kevin Ox, do you know yours?
No, I didn't know my memory verse.
Well, make
I'm
sure and do
bad.
it this week. Make
I-
sure and do it this week. And next week you can tell us your memory verse.
Do I get a prize?
You'll find out.
I'm excited.
All right, I am too. Are you kids excited for Kevin Ox to say the memory verse next week? Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
I am
I'm
too.
excited too, kids. Love you, kids.
Remember, kids, the Ox Brothers always love you. And we will see you next week.